Welcome to this introduction to Maat, a powerful solution for source of truth that can be used to describe your services and resources using custom schema. This video will walk you through the steps of installing Maat using source files and Docker containers. Maat is designed to be an extensible, reusable, and automation-ready source of truth for defining and managing your network resources and services. It provides open, standards-based APIs to access a scalable database with integrated validation and logging, as well as an extensible data model. It comes with a dynamic graphical user interface and a separate notification engine. Additionally, Maat supports granular authentication and authorization, together with detailed logging, using additional components. All these features make it an ideal choice for your automation-ready inventory. One can choose to install Maat from sources for which Java and MongoDB are needed as dependencies. Another option is to simply run Maat using containers on top of a Docker engine. Let's start by installing Maat from source. First, you need to clone the Maat repository. The link to the repo is provided in the Maat user guide main page. You can either clone it from there or open the terminal and use the command shown on the screen. Once you clone the repo, you can move into its directory. Make sure you have the required dependencies installed. Check your Java version, then your Maven version, and finally, MongoDB. Ensure MongoDB is active. If you don't have an admin account in MongoDB, you will need to create one. You can do this using the provided script in the user guide. Now you can build and run Maat using Maven. Make sure you are in the Maat directory. If you want to skip the integrated installation tests, use the second clean install option. Be patient until the installation process completes. If everything is fine, you will read build success among the final information messages. You are now ready to run Maat. To run Maat, you need to go to the target folder and use Java to run the newly created jar file. When the application is fully running, you will get the message "Started Maat application" in a number of seconds. To double-check that the application is running correctly, you can use one of the example API calls. If you call the API to list available resources using curl, you will get an empty set as an answer, as the database is initially empty. You are all set to start exploring Maat and its features. The second option is to run Maat using Docker containers. In the Maat repository, there are multiple options available to run as containers, depending on the number of features and extra components you would like to use. The user guide describes the characteristics of each of these available options. This chart helps summarize the different components that will be run using a chosen Docker Compose file. In this video, we will use the most basic option that will run only Maat. First, make sure Docker is running. Clone the Maat repository if you haven't done so already, and then move to the Docker directory. Here you will find all available Docker Compose files we discussed earlier. Before running the Compose files, you first need to set up some of the environmental variables. To do this, edit the env file. Make sure you use your IP address for the Maat host variable, as well as the Maat resource address and service address. The same applies for the event listener host address. You can also make other adjustments if necessary. Don't forget to save the file once you're done. Refer to the user guide for more information on how to configure the env file. To run the basic Docker Compose file, follow the instructions under installation of Maat. For the most simple version, you just need to run Docker Compose up. Wait until the Maat application container is started. You can check the running containers using Docker. There should be two, one with the application and another one for the database. Use the application container ID to access the application logs. To double-check that the application is running correctly, you can use one of the example API calls. For an example, if you call the API to list available resources using curl, you will get an empty set as an answer, as the database is initially empty. You are now all set to start exploring Maat and its features. And that's it. You've successfully installed Maat using both source files and Docker. For more details and advanced configurations, check out our documentation. Thank you for watching.